Hey guys, this is E with Scrapbooking with me, and today we're going to make a little box to hold the 3x3 cards and envelopes. I have had a few requests for this, so we're going to go ahead and make one of those today. And we're going to use these pens by our sponsor for our video today, Doodle Art Pro. It's 40 pens, glitter and glitter neon gel pens, 1.0 millimeter tips, comfortable rubber grip, non-toxic and acid-free, 25% more gel ink. And I have been playing around with these since they sent them to me, and I absolutely love them. I'm not just saying that. I didn't promise them that I would give them a raving review. I told them that I would be honest with my review, and so I am. I've used just about all of them, and I've not had any problem with them so far. So they come in this nice little carry case, and when you open them up, there are 20 of these and 20 of the neon. Now, and then you also get this. It says, please read other side for important information. It says, congratulations, you are qualified for a free 1-year extended warranty. Activate your warranty in the next 24 hours from the date of purchase. Register here now, www.doodleartpro.com. Start. So, let's see, visit our site to activate your 1-year warranty. So they're giving you a 1-year warranty on these pens. That is unbelievable. I've never heard of that before. Instantly receive 15% off coupon on your next purchase for any of our top quality products. Download 10 printable coloring pages for free. So that is a good deal in itself right there. I've never heard of anybody giving a year or any kind of guarantee on their pens, so that's remarkable. And the good part is they sent me 2 packs. They sent me a pack for me to use on the video, and then they also sent me a pack to give away to one of our subscribers. So one of you that is subscribed, that is the qualifications. You must be a subscriber to this video, and you must leave a comment below to be entered. You can also leave a comment over on my blog post that will be linked below as well. It'll just click on it. It'll say blog post for the gel pens. Go over there, leave a comment there, and you can have 2 entries. So one of you will be the lucky winner of these. I will also leave a link below where you can purchase those if you want to just go purchase a pack of them. They're not expensive at all. I think they're in the 20s, like 20 something dollars, $21, something like that. I didn't look close at the price because I just wanted to play around with the pens. If a product is really good, the price is, and I'm not saying I have a lot of money because I don't, but if a product is really, really good, the price is not that important to me. If it works well, then I will, number one, promote it, I will sell it, and I will use it. If it doesn't work well, I won't do any of those 3. So keep that in mind when you watch my videos. Okay, we're going to start out with a piece of cardstock that is 9.5 by 6.5. And then on the short side, you're going to score at 1/2 inch. Whoops. 1 1/2 inch. Well, you score straight if you can. I can't this morning, evidently. 5 inches and 6 inches. So that is 1/2, 1 1/2, 5 and 6. Turn it to the long side. You're going to score at 3 1/2, 4 1/2, 8 and 9. And all these measurements will be on that blog post that I was telling you about. Okay, so lay that aside and grab your trimmer, your paper trimmers, your Tim Holtz, whatever you have. Now on this end, and let's go ahead and fold these first so that you can see the score lines. If I can fold them on my score lines with me making a few mistakes there. Alright, so there is everything pre-folded. Now, what you're going to do is on this end right here where you have the 2 score lines, there's one right there and a little one right here, you're going to take off these 2 little blocks right here. So let's go ahead and cut on the inside of the score line. Not in the middle, but on the inside. And you will see why in just a few minutes. So cut that off. And when I'm saying the inside, I mean cut on the inside here, not the outside. Okay, now you're going to go to the side, and you've got 3 score lines, and you're going to cut down on those. And you can cut in the center of the score line there. So cut down on those. Flip it over and do the same thing on the other side. Okay, so you have that. Now you're gonna, this little tab that's right here, that little end tab, all of those 4 you're gonna cut off. And just cut them on the inside again of the score line. So, cut this one off right here. Okay, so now you have something that looks like that. Now, we're going to make this to where it's a faux flat box, so we're going to need to take off a little bit of the bulk. So what we're going to do is we're going to take off one of these flaps right there, and then on the opposite side we're going to take off that one. And you can do it on either side. You can do these 2 or these 2. I'm just going to do the one that's the easiest, and I'm going to get my long scissors for this. So we're going to take that off right down the score line, right up to that center point right there. Okay, and then you're going to flip it around and take this one off. Don't take the same one off on the same sides. Flip it around and take that one off. Hold that there a minute so that you can get a shot of the video if you want. That's what it's going to look like right there. Alright, we're going to go ahead and take just a little nip off of these tabs. Just cut them in just a little bit so that they're a little bit of an angle. Just want to take some of that bulk out of them. Okay, now on this one and this one, you're going to round those corners. So I'm going to flip that out of the way. That's my corner rounder. And then on this one, on this side. Okay, come out. Alright. So there we go, we've got that. And now all you need to do is just fold this up, put some adhesive right here, and I'm just going to use my art glitter glue. As you guys know that I swear by this stuff. Love it, love it, love it. My grandbabies have been playing with it, so it might look a little bit cruddy because they get everything on my little needle. And I have people ask me every time I use my art glitter glue, how do I keep my pen on there? That is one of our basic gray magnets. I will link those below as well. And it's self-adhesive, so I just stuck the little magnet on there, and that holds my pen so that I don't lose it. I've had that on there probably a year, and I'm still using the same pen that I have always used. Before, I was losing pens right and left. Okay, so this is what we have. We have a box that the top folds in this way, and the bottom folds in just like that. So there is our little box. Now, I made one like this last year, so I will see if I can find that link and link it below. I think I made it a little bit different, but not much. And see, that's what I mean about it'll fold flat. So if you want to make a bunch of these up and store them, then you can do that. But these will hold a 3x3 card and envelopes. Alright, we're going to decorate this a little bit now. And that's where our pens are going to come in. So we're going to get our Tim Holtz stamp platform, and what we're going to use is the new My Sentiments Exactly stamp, and this one is called Floral Encouragement Cards. I absolutely love the phrases that it has on here. Be great for the inside of cards. Those are hard to find as something good for the inside of a card, but these would be wonderful. But we're going to use this big rose that's right here. You know I love roses. So that's what we're going to use. Again, this is cut at 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. We're going to put it in here. I have gone ahead and covered my magnets so that they don't clash together. I already had that on there, but we're going to take it off so that I can place it. Let's see. Looks like I got something on that side. Nope. There we go. Alright. And we're going to place that down about right there, just like that. And then we're going to take our stamp press, close it up, and we're going to use some Memento ink because we are going to be coloring this so that we don't want our ink to fade. Now this is a brand new stamp, but I'm going to show you how nice this stamps just using it one time. Hopefully it'll stamp the same way it did a minute ago. And I'm not putting a lot of pressure on it, I'm just making sure that it presses down in all of the right places. Look at that. Is that not a beautiful stamped image? That is one time stamping, not having to stamp it 2 or 3 times. I love the heaviness of this. It helps your stamping a lot. Believe me, a whole lot. Okay, while we have this in here, I'm going to go ahead and take that out. We also have some side pieces that we're going to put on the side of the card. These are cut by 3/4 by 3 3/4. So we're going to take that up because that's the last one we're going to stamp. Put this down. Now if you put tape on your magnets like I do and it seems like the tape gets in the way of the little small places, just trim it off. That's all you need to do. And then this comes from a stamp set, and let me grab it out of here. You won't believe the mess my desk is in. Yeah, you will, because my desk is always in a mess. This comes from the 49 in Market, and this is Gabby Words stamp. This one says Create. So we're going to stamp that one down. So we're going to put it close to the center, and hopefully pretty straight, and then just press that down, pick it up, and we'll just use some VersaFine on this because we're not going to be coloring it, and the VersaFine seems to stamp a lot darker. Now my VersaFine is really inked, so I'm just going to put the ink on there one time, and I'm just going to lay it down really quickly and pick it up. Look at that. You don't have to press and do heart compressions on this. This is heavy enough, this top is heavy enough that it stamps it for you. It puts that little bit of pressure that you need on there for you. I absolutely love that. I don't like having to do my heart compressions to get a good stamped image. Okay, put the ink on there one time, laying that over, and there we go. Look at that. Crisp, beautiful stamp. Okay, clean my stamp off and put it back over there before I forget where it is. Now we're going to do some coloring with our pens, and I have already pre-selected a few just so that it wouldn't take us so long. Now I don't have but one, I think there's one pen in this set that is close to this color, but I don't have another one that I can use with this one to kind of do some shading. So we're just going to color it using these pinks. And these do not have names on them, so you know, you just kind of look at them and pick the one that you want. I just used a little piece of paper and kind of swatched them out on there to see what colors they were, to see what would blend together. Now I'm going to show you that you can shade using just gel markers. A lot of people say you can't shade unless you have alcohol markers or watercolor or whatever. You can shade with these pens. We're going to start out with the darkest color, and if you will notice on this stamped image, it has these little places right here, which is showing you that those are the places that are going to be the darkest on this flower. It's already giving you a little bit of a hint as to where the dark parts are going to be on the flower. So we're going to follow those places with our darkest color, and we're going to color those in using little bitty strokes that come out from that edge. Let me zoom in and let you see a little bit easier maybe, if I can. Sorry about the shakiness of my camera. Didn't mean to do that. Okay, so then we're going to go to this one, and you see how those lines come out. That's how we're going to follow the lines with this pen. And just make sure that we get a good solid color through there. So everywhere that you see that dark part, you want to put this dark ink down. I start off with my darkest when I'm shading because it's easier for me to have my dark colored in and then go back to the lightest. Now I'm not saying that these pens were made to do this, because the company may write me and say that they weren't made to do this, but I tried it this morning and it worked great. It didn't harm the pen at all. It's still right, so I am going to use it this way. I love to color with something that is very easy. These are very fluent. They slide across the paper very easy. This is Nina white cardstock. And I do have that shaky hand, so I'm getting a little bit out of line because I am having to hold it out a little bit too away from me. I can't get right over the top of it, so take a lot more time with your coloring than I am. So I'm finding all of my dark spots that they have already given me. And I think I've got all of those in there. And then we're going to go up to this little bud that's right here. I'm going to do that little bud the same way. And you don't have to worry about these drying on you and hurrying up, because you really want them to dry a little bit. So it's not like alcohol markers where you kind of have to hurry and get that next color on there. Okay, we're going to lay that on the side. Then we're going to go in with this one, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to start at the edge of the petal where I colored before, and I'm just going to pull that ink out. You see how fluid these are and how vibrant the colors are. So if I pull away from that dark, I'm going to hold this up a little bit so that you can see it. Okay, you see that shading? Oh, you may have some little marks, pen marks. Once it dries, it's going to look more like that petal. Instead of coloring all around like this, just kind of go in the direction that that petal would grow. It takes a little bit longer, but it's a lot prettier. And try to color one petal at a time so as it makes it look more real. And get light and dark spots. That's fine, because as you know, flowers in nature have light and dark spots on them. They're not all solid. That makes it look even more real. Okay. I think you can see how beautiful that's coloring. Look at that. And there is our shimmer. Alright, I am going to speed this up and finish coloring this, and then we will come back and put our box together. Alright, there we go. Isn't that pretty? I absolutely love it. The first gel pens that I have found that I can actually color with and make it look like a pretty watercolor. Okay, we're going to go ahead and do our little rosebud up here at the top. Again, I'm going in the direction that the rosebud would grow. So if you have any stroke marks, it's going to look like it grew that way. And now we're going to do our leaves. I'm going to go in with my darkest green, and I'm going to go around and get my dark places, and then I'm going to do the stem. That stem that's in there, I'm going to highlight that so that it'll bring that out when I color over it. Don't forget that right under your petal where that leaf is, that's going to be dark under there. It's not going to be able to get the sun. And these colors do not bleed together. As you see, I'm using that right up against that pink, and it is not bleeding over. That's the gel in them. I love my watercolor and I love my Copic, but these are something new to play with. I am in love with them so far. I did try them in my Bible journal, and they work great in my Bible journal. They don't bleed through my pages, so I love that. I'll have something else that I can use in my Bible journaling now. Now we're just going down a little bit on those stems. Just putting a little bit of that dark in there. And we'll come back with our lightest color. Okay. Let's go back with a lighter color green. and we'll pull in that color. And then I got just a one that's a little bit lighter, has a little bit more yellow in it. And I'm just going to go in and put some highlights in there. Looks like sun catching on it now. Okay, so I'll let you see that up close. There we go. Isn't that pretty? I love it. And like I said, I'm not promoting these just because trying to get a sale or something out of it, or because they sent them to me for free. If I didn't like them, I would let them know. They told me to have an honest review, so that is exactly what I am doing. I have quite a few gel pens. These two color really fluidly, which I have some that skip a little bit. These so far have not. I've not had that problem with them. Okay, there we go. Quick and easy coloring, and it's very, very beautiful. Let me get my light turned so that you can see the shimmer in that. Isn't that pretty? Let's start putting our box together. Let me zoom back out. So we are going to take, and I think I've already got one colored that is dry. As you can see, it doesn't take long for them to dry. We're going to put that down right there. Again, I'm going to use my art glitter glue to put this down. Oops. And just kind of center it up. There we go. And then we're going to put one of these words on the sides. And I stamped create on this one, and I think I stamped celebrate on the other, on the two of the others, so it doesn't really matter which one we put where, I don't guess. We'll flip that box and we'll put the other create over here. Let's see, I think, yeah, I want this to be the front, so we're going to put that create facing the front. There we go. And then for the top and bottom of the box, I did the same size as these, and I just stamped celebrate on them. And let's put our other one on here. It is dry. Takes very, very little time for these to dry. Usually about the time that you get through with your coloring, they're completely dry and ready to go. Right, there is our box put together, or with all of the pieces on there. So let's go ahead and tuck these in. And tuck that in, and there we go. That is finished. Now you could go ahead and put some stitch marks around the edges of this if you wanted. That would be really cute, but I think they're cute just exactly as they are. Love, love, love it. Alright guys, I'm not going to make the 3x3 cards to go in this, but you certainly could. I just had a request for this. Someone had a bunch of 3x3 cards and envelopes made, and they wanted to see this, how to make one of these. So there you go. And then if you want to make a bunch of these up ahead of time and store them, you can. Just open it up, lay it flat, and store them in a container or in a drawer somewhere. I want to thank Doodle Art Pro for sponsoring this video, giving me a set to play with and a set to one of our subscribers. If you want to get in on this giveaway to win this set, please leave your comment below. If you want to have your name put in the second time, you can go over to my blog, leave a comment below this video there. We will talk to you guys later. Thank you again, Doodle Art Pro, so much for your sponsoring this video, and we will talk to you guys later. Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. Bye-bye.